Storyteller, Episode 8. Rabindranath Tagore, the Postmaster. Cinematic, poetic, heartfelt storytelling edition. Opening. Soft flute, rustling leaves, visuals of rural Bengal, ponds, palms, a lonely thatched hut. In a quiet corner of rural Bengal, a young man arrives from the city, seeking purpose, seeking connection, and finding instead a bond he never expected, a bond he would later abandon. This is the tender, heartbreaking story of the Postmaster by Rabindranath Tagore. Introducing Rabindranath Tagore. Portrait of Tagore, Nobel Prize imagery, Bengal countryside. Rabindranath Tagore, poet, philosopher, and Nobel laureate, captured the depths of human emotion with unmatched grace. His stories blend simplicity with profound insight. The Postmaster is among his most beloved works, revealing the fragility of human affection. Setting the scene: Ullapur village. Rustic village, thick greenery, muddy lanes, a lonely post office room. The story takes place in Ullapur, a tiny, remote village surrounded by swamps, silence, and endless greenery. The new postmaster, a young man from Calcutta, arrives expecting the charm of rural life. But he finds loneliness instead: no friends, no familiar faces, only the rustle of bamboo, the hum of insects, and the weight of isolation. Enter Ratan, the orphan girl. A simple village girl helping with chores, shy smile. In this loneliness, the postmaster finds a companion, Ratan, a young orphan girl who works around the post office. She brings him meals, fetches water, listens to him speak of the city. Slowly, she becomes his student, his assistant, his little friend. He teaches her to read and write. She teaches him the rhythms of village life. In their quiet evenings, they begin to form a gentle, unspoken bond. The postmaster's restlessness. Postmaster staring out the window, monsoon clouds gathering. Despite Ratan's presence, the postmaster remains uneasy. He misses Calcutta, its crowds, its comfort, its sense of belonging. The village's stillness makes him restless. He feels trapped in silence. The monsoon, a symbol of change. Heavy rain, overflowing ponds, smoke rising from wetwood fires. Then comes the monsoon, thunderstorms, relentless rain, muddy isolation. The postmaster falls ill, and Ratan nurses him with tender devotion. She sits by his side, cooks for him, talks to him, gives him comfort, her affection quiet, pure, unconditional. The decision to leave. Rain slowing, postmaster writing a letter. When the rains clear, the postmaster writes to his superiors, requesting a transfer back to the city. His heart longs for escape. The reply arrives: request rejected. And so, he decides to leave on his own, resign, pack his trunk, and return to Calcutta. Ratan, overhearing his plans, face falling. For Ratan, who has begun to think of him as family, the news is devastating. Ratan's silent heartbreak. Ratan wiping utensils, voice subdued. Ratan tries to stay strong. She asks cautiously, "Will you take me with you?" The postmaster laughs gently, dismissing the possibility. He speaks of her finding her own people, her own home in the village. But for Ratan, he was her home. The farewell that never happens. Postmaster boarding a boat, Ratan standing far away, watching. The postmaster prepares to leave. He offers Ratan money, not understanding that what she wanted was not wages but affection. She refuses it. She does not come to say goodbye. She walks away into the fields, her heart breaking quietly. The postmaster's regret. Boat drifting, postmaster looking back at the village. On the boat ride away from Ullapur, the postmaster feels a sudden sadness. He wonders if he should have stayed, or taken Ratan with him, or done something more humane. But the boat keeps moving, life keeps moving. His regret remains just a fleeting emotion. Ratan's endless waiting. Ratan sitting on a log at dusk, staring down the path. Back in the village, Ratan waits. She waits every evening, listening for footsteps, believing he might return. For her, the postmaster was not a temporary acquaintance, he was the first person to give her attention, respect, affection. And Tagore leaves her fate unspoken, but her loneliness echoes long after the story ends. Themes and interpretation. Symbolic shots of monsoon rain, ink, broken paths. Unintended attachments. The story shows how human connections can grow silently, but end abruptly. Class and emotional divide. The postmaster values convenience, Ratan values connection, their worlds never meet. Loneliness and longing. Both characters are lonely, but only Ratan seeks love, the postmaster seeks escape. Tagore's irony of life. We regret moments only when they're gone, but by then, the ones who loved us have already learned to live with heartbreak. Closing reflection. Empty post office room, a soft breeze moves the pages. Tagore's The Postmaster reminds us that hearts are fragile, and sometimes, the simplest kindness can mean the world to someone who has no one. If you like the video, please click on the like, subscribe and share buttons, hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates.